Hey everybody. Okay, today we are going to this festival I went to called Les Invités. It's every year. And this is just one of the shows that was at it. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I just showed up and I ended up being a part of it. That lady gave me this carriage. So I had to carry this carriage around. So the show, it starts off in this little courtyard and there's all these people come in with these crazy masks on them with like flowers shoved in their mouth, and like they're all pushing carriages, and they give a bunch of us in the audience a carriage, and so I end up pushing this carriage for the entire show. So what they say is that this focuses on single parents who have one or more child to support in their daily lives, between the courage, small daily struggles, and the solitude and love. So they're out there. So it goes from like this woman yelling at the top of a window, like, I can't understand everything happening. And then we move out. So this is like a moving art piece. So we all move out to the street and watch them do this dance. And then we like follow them as they go. So I'm going to talk through some of this, and then I'm going to like not talk through some because I want y'all to hear what's happening. So now they unmask, so now we can see their faces. And it's just like really beautiful and dramatic. And I love that there's men in this too, you know, like, look, men. For some reason, I just assume men will never be a part of anything meaningful, especially like, you know, activist kind of art. You know, all art can be a form of activism, honestly. So, by the way, this baby carriage, now we're like, oh crap, here we go. We're on the move again. There's a speaker on all this. And I also keep following. So what these guys in the little cart are wearing, that's the firemen's uniforms. I know they look like Darth Vader. But one of my favorite parts is the fact that there's all these people involved from various backgrounds. And then the people dressed up as firefighters, like, yet seriously, their helmet, they look like Darth Vader. The firefighter, the paramedic people, like this is part of it. And then these guys, the guys doing the music crack me up. They're like on their little keyboard. So after this whole dance comes, this scene happens where this pregnant woman, I wish I could explain everything happening, but I was just very overwhelmed because it started pouring down rain partly through this. So we got this guy who's like, come on. And then she falls down, and then like these instruments are used a lot for some reason. So this whole scene plays out. Look, he's got his little keyboard. I just love this, y'all. Look, this is so French. Oh my God. So then she like goes into labor. He's like swinging that thing. Very chaotic scene, right? And it starts raining really hard in like a couple minutes. So then I'm like, glad I brought my rain gear. Like, love it. So then they push her out here, and then we got this guy. So that like now it's raining. Pretty stressful, y'all. So then they put her up on this thing. And that bucket above her head is going to come in handy in a minute. So then the stroller people start moving and start doing this thing. Okay, then it gets really dramatic. Okay. So they start following her. Okay, I was too busy pushing my stroller. I missed when they actually dumped the water on her. This is her water break. She's dumped that bucket on her. And then they start doing this dance. Love it. And look at her. Rah! So she just kind of goes off. And they continue to do this dance. Just look at this, y'all. I'm like, what is happening? And again, I wish I didn't understand everything because my friend, look at that. I love how they're just like, ah. And now, so things are going to pick up here in a minute. The ice cream truck's going to come in a short minute. But anyway, so then we all end up over here at this dumpster. Now, I'm not quite sure what's happening, but this man is very distraught. And he crawls into the dumpster. I'm assuming this involves like poverty issues here, because he's going through a dumpster, throwing stuff out of the dumpster. It's also raining pretty hard, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope it stops because I'm so cold in my hands with Renault's. Like I can barely He's throwing stuff. He's making a speech. And then there's the instrument. Wish I could tell you what's happening, but anyway, very cold. It was very cold this summer, by the way. He gets to dance on top of the dumpster now and give a speech, and then we're on the move now. Okay, so I gotta grab my buggy and follow them. I love that like we were all a part of this somehow, even though none of us knew what was happening. There's the cart again. So then they go marching again, and we follow them down the street. And they keep doing this, coordinated dance. And then other people start joining in to dance, which I love, especially like the younger people around me. I love this. I was like, this audience participation thing, I love it. And so, okay, so then after the whole dance, then like chaos ensues again. Look at that little girl trying to be a part of it. She's like, where are we going? Okay, so then the fire people direct us over here with our carriages. There's more kind of chaos. And then this is what they use in protests all the time. These like colorful little things. There's a big scene between a couple. Okay, there's like this woman. She's the same woman, but I think she's like different because clearly she's not pregnant. Or maybe it's the same woman. I don't know what's happening. Listen to my cart. Yeah. My cart was like, got really, really loud, y'all. It was like, oh my gosh, all the carts around. So then the ice cream truck shows up and I was like, just when I thought it couldn't get any better. And the DJs are up on top of the ice cream truck. Like there's one over there and one over there. And now this lady puts on the apron. And now we continue the parade following her on the back of an ice cream truck. And bubbles. Now there's bubbles, y'all. Like France is so wild and like creative and so random. Anytime people are like, explain French art, I'm like, okay, when you don't think of like the fancy, like old-timey stuff that it's known for, this is what I think of. So random. So she's like doing a back bend while the bubbles. Then she starts throwing melted ice pops at us. Like dozens of them. The kids are all like, yay, even though they're not frozen, so it's just liquid. I'm trying to catch some, but it's really hard while I'm filming this with one hand and pushing the cart with the other. This is just one out of like 20 shows I went to. I have been holding on to this for so long. I went to like Greece right after this happened. So I've just been sitting on this gold for a while. So look, there's just ice cream everywhere. She didn't hit me with one. So then she's all like stressed out, and then it starts raining again, and then they pull up to all these stuffed bears, and then the people with the strollers come back, and look at this ice cream man. I just like this is like young men, like look at the diversity of the people in this performance. Like you got like 22-year-old men and like 35-year-old men and like, and of course women, because of course women care about this topic, but like, I don't know, for something, I'm just like really impressed that men were such a big part of this. I know, I'm not going to give them a cookie for it, but I'm just, I don't know. I thought, I was like, of course, maybe, I don't think, like this was all free, by the way, so I don't know how the funding works for this, but this is like 4 days of like some of the most bonkers art shit I've ever seen in my life. And every year, this happens every June. Oh man, let me know if you want more Les Invités stuff, because I have like probably 20 videos worth. There's another, look, we're also sitting there. That was my purse. I brought my big old purse that I use as a backpack. So there's chaos ensues. But anyway, there's one that I want to show y'all of like 4 older women, like almost grandma type women who dressed up as bears and did one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And I was like, that's why I love it here. Like they have money for arts. The funding that goes into the arts This is how you come up with this stuff. But most of the pieces, or all the pieces, have something that they're trying to say. But a lot of them are like talking about really deep stuff, you know? Like the first lady, I'm pretty sure that was about like domestic violence, and that's why she's single. But anyway, I'm just like, this is the end, more or less, so I'm gonna like not talk very much, but I just couldn't get over no. I just love this so much. This ice cream guy cracks me up. I don't know why. He just reminds me of all the improv dudes I studied with. He just fully committed to being the ice cream man. Whenever you can infuse humor into like really serious stuff, that's why I do what I do. Look, I love this. They're all like, and they did this during like really hard weather. It rained so hard during their performance. So anyway, this is the end. We all have our carts. We're all watching this. I wish I could tell you more about it, because I wish I was like, could understand everything, and also I was just trying to film this and push my buggy. So this is the end. Everyone's applauding, and anyway, yeah. So they did this, I think, two times during the weekend, all free. Everything at Les Invités is free, and it's like 4 days of this stuff, y'all. And here's a little preview of the bear show I wanted to show y'all of these 4 older women. It was, let me know if you want this, because I really want to show y'all this. I've been sitting on it for a long time. It was seriously one of the most unhinged things I've ever seen. Like, that's a woman under there. Anyway, let me know, y'all.